Kurumjay, a very good evening. You are watching Primetime English Bulletin on SKTV. And I'm Victoria Rajkumari. First, the headlines. Imphal East DC assures resettlement of internally displaced persons from Imphal East district to their original homes by December this year. Machi government staff officially resumed duties at Machi subdivision headquarters after outbreak of Manipur conflict. DC Pujai Langbam forms Digital Island Development Committee to spearhead transformation of Karang Island into model digital and eco-tourism hub. Kuki-Zo Council denounces arrest of Thanglin Lal Mar in Jiribam killings, calls him innocent boatman. Both houses of parliament adjourned till August 4th amid disruptions and protests, leaving resolution to extend president's rule in Manipur pending in Rajya Sabha. And Election Commission of India announces schedule for Vice President's election on September 9. Results to be declared on same day. And now the top stories. Imphal East Deputy Commissioner Dr. Nivedita Lakpam has expressed confidence to facilitate the resettlement of internally displaced persons from Imphal East district to their original homes by December this year. Speaking on the sidelines of a tree plantation program which was organized on the theme Ek Peड़ Maa Ke Naam, a creation of Miyawaki microforest at Hanaching in Hengang Makhalekai, Imphal East, DC, Dr. Nivedita Lakpam said there are about 4,000 displaced persons from Imphal East district and they will be resettled in phases by December this year. She also added that for those families who have been resettled, financial assistance have been provided under permanent housing scheme. For residents of Dalai Thabi and Iko, resettlement will be carried out in phased manner and the first installment of fund to construct houses has been disbursed. The DC added that villagers will be allowed to live in their houses only under adequate security arrangement.
And outside relief came da do the appointment registered Hana Toromis, the Giko, Karakapa, Mayam settled on Kiba Kotiba Yauraga, existing da Appointment 4,000 Mayale Haitar by 3387 Nibuzi. Personally, Natraga DCG, intentional Kanoni, Ham to Vena can begin. This is an appeal for aesthetic hiding Luna Nana Lazy district Semgati for any project development. Any development state land sida mayam na sum and process the development project keep or lam lays daba potaba labor or ragasu like Hana the later poiragasu survey the Yahuda poiragasu Jumna allotment amato winaba government that Jumna application tabiro allotment amato biro then allotment rasi patas harasi then aduga dumina yums hasi.
In a notable development signaling progress towards administrative and social stability, government staff of Meitei community have officially resumed duties at Machi subdivision headquarters in Technopole district. This marks their first return to the area since the outbreak of the Manipur conflict in May 2023, which had severely disrupted governance and public services. Resumption of duties is the result of sustained and coordinated efforts led by Deputy Commissioner of Technopole District and Subdivisional Officer SDO of Machi, who have been working diligently behind the scenes to promote conducive environment for safe and effective public administration. Local residents of Machi subdivision have expressed deep appreciation to the district administration for its commitment and proactive outreach. Community leaders highlighted the importance of the development, calling it a crucial step towards inclusivity and the restoration of normal governance in the conflict-impacted region. Deputy Commissioner Pooja Ilangbama today formed a Digital Island Development Committee to spearhead transformation of Karang Island into a model digital and eco-tourism hub. At a meeting held at Mini Secretariat, the DC emphasized community-driven integrated development focusing on connectivity, education, healthcare, tourism, sustainable farming and digital services. To boost tourism, the DC proposed eco-friendly beautification measures such as watchtowers, benches and landscape enhanced that preserve the island's natural environment. She outlined the 4 pillars, that is bridging the digital divide, digital literacy, local livelihood promotion and citizen-centric services. Official civil society groups and local leaders attended the meeting and pledged full support for the island's holistic development. Kuki-Zo Council has released a statement expressing serious concern over the arrest of Thanglenlal Mar, also known as Boya. He was named by the National Investigation Agency as a key conspirator in the killing of 3 Meitei women and children in Jiribam last year. In its press release, Kuki-Zo Council has strongly rejected these allegations, calling Thanglenlal Mar an innocent boatman with no involvement whatsoever in the case. The council claims his arrest was arbitrary and unfair, raising doubts about due process and the investigative approach. The council went on to accuse the national agencies of selective justice, pointing out that no arrests have been made so far in the cases of the rape and murder of Zongtsang Ziki, a Kuki-Zo woman, nor in the killing of 10 Mar volunteers in Jiribam. The statement noted that both Kuki-Zo and Meitei communities are now physically and emotionally divided, adding that lasting solution lies not in selective persecution but in political settlement that formally recognizes this separation and secures peace and dignity for both sides. Both houses of parliament have been adjourned till August 4th amid disruptions and protests, leaving the resolution to extend President's rule in Manipur pending in the Rajya Sabha. The Lok Sabha had earlier passed the statutory resolution approving the extension for another 6 months, effective from August 13. The resolution moved by Minister of State for Home Affairs, Nityanand Rai, claimed that law and order in the violence-hit northeastern state was gradually improving, with only 1 reported fatality since the imposition of President's rule on February 13, 2025. He asserted that the centre was working towards peace and rehabilitation. While the Lok Sabha gave its approval on July 30th, the Rajya Sabha was scheduled to discuss and vote on the matter on July 31st. However, continued protests by members of opposition India bloc, reiterating their demand for transparency and accountability in the ongoing Special Summary Revision (SSR) of the voter list in Bihar, led to adjournment of proceedings before the matter could be taken up. With Parliament set to reconvene on August 4th, the fate of the President's rule extension in Manipur now rests on the Rajya Sabha's approval. The Election Commission of India has announced that the election for Vice President of India will be held on September 9. The last date for nominations for the Vice President's election is August 21st. The results of the election will be announced on the polling day itself. The election was necessitated after the resignation of incumbent Jagdeep Dhankar on July 22nd. According to Election Commission of India, the date for scrutiny of nominations have been fixed on August 22nd, while last date withdrawal of candidature can be done till August 25th. The Vice President is elected by an electoral college in accordance with the system of proportional representations by means of the single transferable vote. The Electoral College to elect a person to the office of the Vice President consists of all members of both houses of Parliament. Deputy Commissioner of Kapching District has issued a public order directing removal of all unauthorized constructions along national and state highways as well as inter-district and inter-village roads within the district's jurisdiction. According to the directive, all structures including temporary or permanent shops, shades, house extensions and similar encroachments must be voluntarily removed by 3 p.m. on August 8, 2025. The order warned that failure to comply would result in strict action. It stated that the district administration, police or concerned authorities will carry out eviction or demolition of defiant structures. An eviction drive was carried out today by Imphal East District Administration to remove illegal structures erected on government land from Porompat Crossing to Thawantha Balairak and the Porompat Police Station. The drive commenced in the morning with support from concerned government departments and law enforcement personnel. Several encroachers were seen voluntarily removing their structures using excavators prior to official intervention. Officials said the eviction was a part of a broader initiative to reclaim public land and ensure its proper use. Former principal of private secretary of Manipur Governor Yumnam Ibomcha has alleged malpractices in the recruitment process of Jawaharlal Nehru Manipur Dance Academy, in short JNMDA. While accusing the director in charge of GN Manipur Dance Academy, Pukrambam Bilash, for facilitating the malpractices in the academy, Yumnam Ibomcha said complaints have been raised to Sangeet Natak Academy, Delhi, regarding the malpractice, but actions are yet to be initiated. Speaking to media at Manipur Press Club, Yumnam Ibomcha produced various documents substantiating his allegations against Pukrambam Bilash. Speaking further, Ibomcha maintained that in an inquiry that was conducted in 2022 by Sangeet Natak Academy, New Delhi, it was found that P. Bilash has a 3 different date of births. Due to this, he was not allowed to travel outside India for a program organized by Indian Council for Cultural Relations. Ibomcha also asserted that P. Bilash holds an Indian passport bearing 1982 as his year of birth, while his younger brother's year of birth is 1980.
2013 da man Indian passport Indian passport is 1975 in a part. Maldi man 1999 metric pass over mana metric tadi man 1982 hire. 2013 that passport the man metric is 1975 passport. Another passport on Juma 2022. Madudana mana lays 1982 in Pada. Hyper Tanima Haven Pazia, say Taraga Nitu is the omen. Same family.
On the other hand, Yumnam Ibomcha also asserted that P. Bilash joined a GN Dance Academy as a minor artist in 1982 as per response from RTI. He again joined the academy in 2005 on contract basis. However, the appointment letter could not be produced for the letter. But it came to light that Bilash had submitted 1998 as joining year as a dancer in the academy. Ibomcha also maintained that the Bilash passed his matriculation on 1999 and to enter as a dancer for GN Dance Academy, a candidate is required to have minimum qualification of class 12. Speaking further, Yumnam Ibomcha maintained that despite the discrepancies and charges of forgery, P. Bilash continued to hold important position at the academy.
Magi joining report ani joining report se amana 1998 amana 2005 masigi joining report se piu hai matam da RTI reply in the man not available available late ma lay available ko chi lay mane not available and hali ni mana soi torga masi sidal lay be soi se ai marup yuji hingimni longjam joy chandra tamdugi director joining report se 1998 asina chumbra hai kan chumde kalina chumma 2005 se joining report se Hare yare, see, 2005 the man chumani and a man period, RTI reply. Hare nang kari when a joint to dancer when you join. Appointment order right kind of my hand there is no appointment. Appointment order yaudana employee amana karamba office employment history da in the context of akogi laibak city context the example for country they come order yaudana ma join to has ma masana soitar ko ma di I inquiry report am like inquiry report maktai public domain uthore matam du governor hai inquiry report se Ministry of Culture yo adudadi yengko ma se appointment order yaudana thabuk join to we has karamba history da koi employment history in India.
A measles outbreak has been reported in Senapati district, with 11 people testing positive for the viral disease so far. The cases have emerged from multiple localities, including a Council River Colony, Fiamai Vapuk, TNK Gad, Yaupo Colony, DV School, Road to MAC Fro and Mount Everest areas. Alarmingly, 10 of the 11 confirmed cases has not received a single dose of the measles vaccines, highlighting a major gaps in immunization coverage. Amid the ongoing measles outbreak, Senapati District Administration convened a multi-stakeholder meeting cum awareness program at DRDA Conference Hall today. The meeting brought together key partners from the Health Department, ICDS, schools, civil society organizations, churches and religious leaders to strategize and act swiftly to control the spread of infection and address vaccine hesitancy, which has contributed significantly to the current situation. It may be mentioned that the measles is a highly contagious viral illness that spreads through droplets and remains airborne for up to 2 hours after an infected person leaves. Symptoms include fever, rash, cough, runny nose and red eyes, that is conjunctivitis, and also a person is infectious 4 days before and after the rash appears. The Senapati District Administration has urged all stakeholders and citizens to promote vaccination and prevent a further spread of the measles in the district. Shutter gates have been installed in the area of Nambol River from Amudon to Kangabam Laikai to prevent water intrusion during heavy rainfall. Sagolban Constituency Progressive Committee, in short SCPC, under the supervision of MLA R.K. Imo, installed a total of 10 new shutter gates along the banks of Nambol River to combat floods. Rubber lining has been attached to ensure tight sealing of the shutter gates so that the water does not leak. Ward number 7 cooperator R.K. Jitain appealed to the people to stop throwing plastic bottles and other waste into the river to prevent the gates from becoming clogged.
Hojii khoina phana kanna onaibe MLA na hone biragasu kogi drain si da plastic bottle aduga ate phata hodi tar agadi hayeng shutter si na ising chakolok tamda shutter si na later bum tamda shutter si gi makha da plastic bottle aduga ate kogi phata hodi paira agadi makha da dum lisalaga sangjala kadori mina yare gai aina appeal tawjaning badi sangom manda lairiba khudimang nasu onaibe MLA si RK mo na hone jariba khudimak se mai pang nanaba Operation PBU, Sajok Pinabiu, Punamak Yai Feminist Wafam Jutamjari.
World Breastfeeding Week 2025 was observed at OPD complex of Regional Institute of Medical Sciences, RIMS. As a part of the program, a symbolic structure representing breastfeeding was unveiled. The program was attended by dignitaries including Director of RIMS, Professor G. Shnil Kumar Sharma, Medical Superintendent of RIMS, Professor N. Sanjeev, Director of DIPR Manipur, N.G. Uttam, and Secretary of BPAM, Dr. James Elangbam. Addressing the event, Professor G. Shnil Kumar Sharma emphasized the crucial role of breastfeeding in promoting health and development of children. He expressed concern over the declining trend in breastfeeding practices despite increasing awareness of its benefits. He urged parents and caregivers to prioritize breastfeeding, stressing that It lays the foundation for a child's healthy well-being.
Let us also recognize and appreciate the unwavering dedication of our healthcare workers, especially our nurses, midwives, pediatricians, and nutritionists who are on the front lines of breastfeeding support every day. In the closing, let me say this: every drop of breast milk is a gift of life, of immunity, of connection, and every act of support we offer a breastfeeding mother is an investment in a healthier future. Let us work together to build a society where the breastfeeding is not just encouraged, but made easier, accepted, and celebrated.
The neglected and dilapidated roads of Thayong village and their Lamlai Assembly constituency have been repaired by Lamlai MLA KH Ibomcha today. Various roads that were repaired including Thayong village to Thayong Primary Club Center, Thayong to Thayong Don Bosco School and Thayong Kulin Road. Expressing satisfaction over the restoration, the villagers said that there has been numerous difficulties in visiting the primary sub-center due to the poor condition of the roads. Aside from the villages, students face a hard time reaching their schools due to the damaged muddy road. But now the villagers are thankful to MLA KH Ibomcha for restoration of the roads and pledged continued support.
Punjasi nili bise ekoi primary health center ni asi chahi hek primary health center se labadagi maina singling paper stone se thadadana lairakpuni adu bongsi di eko honorable MLA na mana ekoi punjasi gi damak ta khanbiraga parking digi na sub center sipaubuda lambi sembiraga singling se thabi gi damak ta punjasi na ekoi ge honorable MLA bo ngamkhai leitana thagachri aduga asomda jau kafam lambi ma adusu ekoi kun hek Lairapodigi Adusu Singling Hibase Tarak Tabne Adu Bohanda, Ekoge Honorable MLA na Adugi Lambi Disu Tabira, Aduga Halaman Nupi and Gangs in the Susat, but the Yam Harana Nuana Nakara.
Amid growing concerns over the deteriorating condition of Kwakta High School, Maulana Sahidur Rahman Kwashmi, Vice President of Anjuman Islai Mushraq Kwakta, has warned that the school will be shut down if the state government fails to fill the vacant teaching positions by August 17. The alarming irregularities of the school came to light during a joint inspection by 4 major civil society organizations: Anjuman Islai Mushraq Kwakta, All Manipur Private Youth Association, All Kwakta Coordinating Committee and All Kwakta Youth Voluntary Organization. The inspection revealed severe deficiencies in staffing and management despite the school having a considerable number of students. According to the findings, the school is operating with only 7 teachers and 1 assistant, far below the sanctioned strength of 15 teaching staffs. Crucial posts, including those of the headmaster, assistant headmaster, and even the watchman, remained unfilled. Lack of qualified teachers in core subjects like science and arts, as well as the absence of a Meitei Mayek instructor, has further crippled the academic environment. Maulana further stated that the school physically exists, but it does not function as an educational institution in the true sense. He added that in a temporary measure, the School Management Development Committee has deployed 3 local volunteers to provide education to students. They urged the State Education Department to address the staffing crisis on priority and restore administrative functions.
Awat Pozasing as the Lena Kramamong, Satrasin the Leritambiri Masum Makoivo, Mahigilam da Awangata Pukanabani and the Sakan and Silvo Police as the Karamakalgi Tambida and Silivano, Aduna Maravaraga, Awat Pukuding Asi Yamna, Pumatamda, Sarkar Gimake the Gamasum Marie Neva Department Gimake the Gawat Pasi Karimba, Mensina Basilak Taragadi, Koktada Leriva, Maroiba, Ming Panzak Basia, so Singuna, Apun Boina, Amatoina, Tangtaret, Togols and Numitagi, Hyrebe School Tonglonzarani.
ZEO to Imphal East, District Administration Imphal East, Department of Education S, Samagra Siksha Manipur and Central Forest Division Forest Department jointly organized a tree plantation program called 8 Pair Makinam, a creation of Miyawaki microforest at Hanaching in Hengang today. Speaking on the sideline of the program, which was attended by students and teachers of Hengang Higher Secondary School, Imphal East, DC Dr. Nivedita Lakpam stressed on the importance of planting trees and to safeguard them until they mature, just like a mother takes care of their children. The DC also maintained that district administration has set a target to plant 10,000 saplings in Imphal East district. DFO of Central Forest Division Manipuri Bikram Suresh Nadhe, Zonal Education Officer Zone 2 Imphal East Sujeta Kumukcham, Principal of Hengang Higher Secondary School TH Ranjita, Headmaster Hengang Higher Secondary School Nongthongbam Sudhir Chandra, along with staffs of Samagra Siksha Manipur attended the program.
Imagi minda umma tharadi imasi de khoi nusidana aduna umsi tharaga khoina neglect tobana taba usi tharaga chahullaga adumai to bani program amani adaida Hengang High School na asida khoina sidaisa every student na program sigi matungi na mamai minda amamai unjara thabani nang yum da thagera nang nearby forest da thagera aduna Hengang High School na sina Miyawaki edana I small forest ama create or hana reserve le baba si oi ko thu ro forest regenerate ko pa program ni system.
In a joint initiative, daily newspapers, Poknafam and the People's Chronicle, in collaboration with Helping Hands for People and Jenims Blood Center, organized a voluntary blood donation camp at Jenims Blood Center today. Speaking to media, editor of Poknafam, A. Ravindra Sharma, stated that this noble initiative began from January this year to donate blood for pediatric patients below 12 years without the need of replacement donations. He appreciated HHP volunteers for their active participation in the blood donation. He expressed hope that this initiative will inspire the public to take part in more voluntary blood donation activities, strengthening the culture of regular blood donation and saving lives.
Blood synthetic ghee kushari sebantu udara sini posi laga di kerasum kati pagkatra kuat bagi posi ada sehi tara dimurai mangkat bagi school itu kibat kamu mulai baru macam tu dia bagi di muski MS pakai macam tu dah blood bank tapi marang kai ni leh bagi gini macam mau ikutkan dengan ini hai macam jangan buat apa ada pun bagi makna ini dia masing nanti akibat amta leitana nunang ba singna ba amta leitana blood bank sida koi blood donation camp da trasu sang na sat lerga EPB ba phai hena simuga ai ajini adunga sigi kalo CMC mapun an tugi da ba happy national people ai amukana thanks.
Helping Hand for People President Premjit Moirangthem asserted that Helping Hands for People had launched Free Blood for Children scheme starting from January this year at Jenims Blood Center. The scheme is being implemented with the aim of providing free blood without the need for replacement donations for children below 12 years of age. On the day the scheme was launched, 37 doctors from Jenims voluntarily donated blood. Following this, people from various sections of society, including lawyers and government employees, have come forward to support the cause through voluntary blood donations. He said that the Poknapam and the People's Chronicle are the first media outlets to donate blood to support the Free Blood for Children scheme.
It is the first time we see project see matungina ihan hanbo ina we Poknafam and the People's Chronicle initiative lo biraga media site gi ngasi blood donation je pangkojamne duga masi pangthoiba blood donation je tasi mogi siki free blood for children high risk skin sibo support of vivo ina pangkojamne so Helping Hands for People Manipur ki maikai degi Poknafam amadi the People's Chronicle go thala perform do jai.
Langbam Jitain, Director of Handloom and Textiles Manipur, has asserted that handloom activities have a vital role in shaping a rural market landscape and ensuring economic development, especially for community-based weavers. He noted that efforts are being made to provide subsidies and expand schemes periodically to support weavers and promote traditional textiles. He made the statement at the 26th State Handloom Day celebration organized by Handloom Promotion Council at the Conference Hall of State Central Library, Imphal. Among the distinguished attendees were National Awardee Mayang Lambam Radhamani and Senior Officer of Weavers Service Center, Imphal, Beauty Lily. Awards were presented to 67 individuals, including weavers from remote regions who have excelled in preserving and innovating traditional textiles. Speaking further, Director Jitain highlighted that the celebration is not just a ritualistic act but an inspiring initiative to encourage women engaged in handloom weaving and those producing refined textile work in various corners of the state. He informed that the Handloom Promotion Council has been organizing the Handloom Day since 2016 or 17 to enhance visibility of Manipur's handloom sector. As a part of the council's outreach, various schemes are being made accessible to eligible weavers, including discounts of up to 30% on raw materials under different assistance programs. Referring to an earlier buy-back policy that was discontinued, Jitain announced a revival plan where subsidies will once again be provided for procurement of raw materials. He emphasized that the handloom products from these regions are traditional textiles that carry deep-rooted cultural value, adding that promoting them is instrumental not only for livelihood generation but also in preserving the identity of the region.
Typically, hongai trend jida market competition ki level ma lakpa matam dadi akoi ki bisabi sing isi yaw bungna na bagi level dadi sarkana makoi da raw material subsidy ki piri isi aduna masida makoi ni hena pot chaba ma changi market competition jida makoi yaw ba ma changi yaw dragadi koi national level competition and international level competition then global competition da tharuk yaba ngamna bagi level da sarkana matam lebi khimikta yingagadi lai policy matam change tawi adu bu thalon cha toriba pai kun makoi jo achoba thodang lai habchi.
Irepaki Inat Chanura Loina Salon Ichal celebrated its 20th Foundation Day at Manipur Press Club today with a strong appeal to women to preserve cultural traditions of Manipur and refrain from adopting external influences. Addressing the gathering, Ichal President Tongbram Ibemcha stated that women as the mirror of society should stop copying others and instead work towards safeguarding the traditions passed down by the forefathers. She expressed concern that adopting certain styles of clothing influenced by outside cultures could attract negative attention and contribute to rising crime rates. She urged women to self-correct and uphold the beautiful culture and traditions inherited from forefathers, despite the pressures of change to protect Manipur's identity. The event was attended by several prominent women leaders, including President of all Manipur Women's Social Reformation and Development Samaj, Thokchom Ramani, President of Apunba Manipur Kanba Ima Lob, Amkel Laurambam Nganbi, President of all Manipur Tami Chingmi Apunba Nupi Lob, Yambem Momon, President of Nongpok Lengak Apunba Nupi Lob, Yumlembam Mema, President of Nongchup Imphal Palem Ima Apunba Nupi Lob, Thingbajam Ibeyaima, President of Apunba Nupiluf Bishnupur, Laurimbam Pramo, President of Thobal District United Women's Development Organization, Sapam Bimola, President of Manipuri Chanura Leishem Marub, Wangkai Mayum Amushana, General Secretary of Ka Nongpok Apunba Nupiluf More, Lukram Binakumari, and President of Ima Laimaril Apunbalub Churachanpur, Angom Nayayani Laima. As a part of the occasion, Ichal posthumously honored Lairinjam Dhanapati, former president of its Uripok branch, for her unwavering commitment to organization and her contributions to strengthening collaborations with other civil society organizations.
Iram damsigi lejaram liba pa ipusina ima iben ahalamang sina pari puri sathang putang na legi ba tukun ba inat ki saktam do ai koina preserve togdina ahong ba inat ai basi ahong ba nai ba oiraga su ai koina lejari ba ai koi aseng ba masak ado ai koina yokhat charakanda ai koi lejaba aseng ba pije taksa tasa yutha tanalon chat amadi thaksi kasi naina ai koi kudimana amutang satlakanda iram dam Manipur imabu kannana bagi thaudang ado nandam lamsigi nupi kudimakta sarura singda salgi kulsuba mapok kumonga marilena punamakta nolungna haija bagaloina sendok minasi haina punamakti mapamda rumja bagaloina haijari.
Social Welfare Club Kangabok organized Felicitation ceremony to honor 2 dignitaries hailing from Kangabok who have been given recognition in their respective fields. Ningthogjam Ajit, who have been appointed as the Deputy Director, Ministry of Labour and Employment, and Ilangam Rashi Kumar, selected as the Manipur Women Senior Assistant Coach, were honoured and felicitated on the occasion. Addressing the gathering, Kangabok Assembly Constituency MLA Okram Surju Kumar highlighted the significant achievements of these individuals, acknowledging the results of their hard work, while also emphasizing that it is imperative to give back to the community after achieving success. Both the dignitaries hail from Kangabok, Kulakpam Laikai in Thobal district.
ngasi naha mayam hogolagriba reception tawdriba ngasi lakadriba naharol noi mayam na choba mu wera kanda imung manung gisu khangadawni but first priority da aina akhoi society sida kari pithok piba ngamgani habje paisa sen piba nataba nangi service to na kari piba ngamgani habse masina top priority da thamsi haidana ai inau sing icha sing hogolagriba mayam sing sida ai thamjage.
The occurrence of flood has become quite rampant in Manipur in the last few years, creating huge uncertainty and hardships to people, especially those living near river and low-lying areas. Amid the frequent devastation caused by flood, questions have been raised on how to make the destruction of flood less severe and what possible steps can be taken in future. SKTV News Chief Reporter Ketrimim Premchand brings a special report. Let's take a look. It's a nightmare for 75-year-old Namairakpong Momon every time she sees building of dark cloud in the skies as she fears yet another devastation resulted due to flooding. Namairakpo Momon suffer huge losses and destruction in all flood that occur since 2017. Her house is located at the vulnerable flood-prone location near the confluence of Imphal River and Komba River. After facing several destructions due to flood, Namairakpo Momon feels helpless and does not know who to blame for her fate.
Akai bamba pathum na yimdi lo jawgne huji jo yumja khogle uri che makadi chmai payiramni ado huji ko je ai kadai le dori ke ba.
Flood became a constant worry for Namairakpo Momon as she was overwhelmed by yet another inundation that occurred in June this year. Her shabby house stands as the biggest proof of the devastation that was left by the flood water. Most of our belongings have been stored at elevated temporary structures in anticipation of another flood. Every time there is heavy downpour, her heart sinks as she has to start her packing for relocation.
Nong jingjina marol ama khitang tarakoda na hawai ke manadre hujing heta sing thumdong na heta tare zoro zoro heta hidare hanju na bane adegi yum yawi bagi adegi upu kangdon yawi bagi tauthagi bagi awa bada kham thenge hanu ju na leiri makong ju singre bp stop dogdana adegi aiju akum jawbada bp low oidana doctor da bukhatna re na hawai ga yam tini kenare adegi mis na su salakramina kanai mang tak bai bu mariel ong ko heoi lampak tu thar mi ko le oi tang ko loi kanagi alu loi mang re pan thabing ama ta leitre maroi manam de hingni nga leitre maroi ka thajabo ka ama ta leitre jang da maroi makam thani nga ju leitre yam mang tak re ichau ni na chahi gudi ga dum tawre hakung kumchi ga di yam bhajan chawre nong khitang he tarak pada mi pai na re an jina karai thamba adegi aina kadai leiba angang jingna kadai leiba mipai na dana uji thangdadri kanggon thangdadri adegi makup matai puna maksagai sara thami imung dida kitang he tai ko ju sili jini nong mang gelai je ajidai da koi karim ta thawag subham jamam ju khangdre.
Manipur has faced several flood incidents in the past 2017. Some of the notable ones were the flooding that occurred in 2017 due to Cyclone Mora and the 2024 flood, which was caused by Cyclone Ramal, and this year in June. Heavy rainfall within a short span of time resulted to flash flood and inundation of low-lying areas within hours and thereby causing huge destruction to houses and properties, including paddy fields. Dr. Abujam Manglem, Head of Geography Department, Manipur University, attributes climate change for the extreme climate events that are occurring in the state, including the rise of frequent flooding in the state. He said, heavy downpour within short period of time is a major cause for flood.
Climate change ki, impact nena sama climate change na madudasu changes में हम पूर्वपिया है मसी में हम लोग जाना है climate change से थोड़ा कुछ मतलब extreme climate event है ना मैं हम हाई तो इन्हें चेंज ना दबा या मैं साथी बा चाहिए climate तकी थोड़ा प events में हम से मसी तो इन्हें थोड़ा प हम सुन मागी intensity है कि है ना कंसर्न लग पगी पोट से पृथ्वी की मुखम पुम मदद चेंज ना है मणिपुर देशु अकोई ना ये मुदा मसी चेंज ना रहे ना हाई वाला लैंड बड़ी हुआ है साइए मणिपुर को दम ना जाए दा हंड्रेड कोई ना चेंज नहीं बा इसी की चावगी अवाव मायक ना बसे इसी की चावगी से मणिपुर की तंपाक तदी हाई ना दगियों ना दम ले रहे हैं हम ना कभी रहे अदुबो प्रॉब्लम में ना वो इसी की चाव से कंसर्न लग पदम ना तना या ना तो ये तो इशू लग पस
On the other hand, Dr. Abuja Manglem says flood control is still a big challenge even for developed countries. Retaining walls, concrete structures can be constructed at vulnerable locations along with steps of adaptation and mitigation as means to tackle the problem of flood in the state. He also feels that mass awareness among people along with early warning system can also prove to be beneficial in reducing the effect of flood.
Flood ki matang da koina haining dam flood se kai gumba lam ma lei matam da tra ga yum se nong na khunda matam da phom ma da magi lam si da mamang da sing thum gra ba ha si ma koina khang bam da kan da mamang da sahi manga boiro tara boiro kun boiro kuntra boiro sing thum re bo ha di ma je no to no ising du na mu thum bagi possibility se lai flood city ngai gi control to ba ji kai dong ngai du ngam gidri ngam su ngam future da aduna emangment chara ga su praja du da messaging da di e masi akoi na to is di sai gi measures one of the measures ni flood gi impact han da na ba complete control to ngam ni 100% to ngam ni ha ba gi nate ha ba si ma khangal laga adu isha isha na or government gi side te chu sai adaptation lom da vulnerability han da laga resource allocate to da su structure rom da katang paisa thada da structure dam ogira embankment chaba da kitang na taba flood ki thadara ko bicha awareness spread out to warning system ki infrastructure phakalan ba adagi atopa rom da su sai resource kitang balance oina allocate tong haraga di future da sai gi impact se andar gran khalle.
In Manipur, the word tili tili was once commonly used to describe slow continuous rainfall, a gentle rainfall that lasted for hours. But that kind of rainfall is very rare now, both in language and in experience. Instead, we now face heavy downpours over short periods, leading to severe flash floods, which have become one of the most pressing issues for the people. This raises serious concerns. How are we addressing this problem? What happened to the Manipur Floodplain Zoning Act of 1978 is simply evicting a few structures near riverbanks enough to deal with the scale of the crisis. It is believed that if the Floodplain Zoning Act 1978 is properly implemented, it could solve over 50% of the flood-related problem we are facing. This is Sktv's Primetime, reporting for Sktiv News, Imphal.
Now the sports news. Indian Navy FT defeated Real Kashmir FC 2-1 in a closely contested Group F encounter of the 134th Indian Oil Durand Cup at Kumalampak Main Stadium today. Indian Navy FT opened the scoring in the 6th minute of the match through goal scored by Vijay Marandi. However, Real Kashmir found an equalizer in the 64th minute through strike from Frank William. In 70 minutes, Indian Navy's Shreyas V scored a goal and ensured victory for the Navy team. The next match in Kumalampak will be played between Etrao FC and Real Kashmir on August 4th. In cricket, Manipur Cricket Association has congratulated Leishangtham Ronald on being nominated as zonal convener of the Northeast Zonal Selection Committee for the upcoming Deliver Trophy 2025, which is scheduled to be held at Centre of Excellence, Bangalore from August 28 to September 15 this year. As the zonal convener, Leishangtham Ronald will lead the selection of a 15-member squad comprising talented players from across the Northeast Zone. Additionally, he will be responsible for nominating the support staff of the Northeast Zone team, which will include a coach, assistant coach, physio trainer, performance analyst, masseur and manager. In the press note, Manipur Cricket Association maintained that the nomination of Ronald as zonal convener of the North-East Zonal Selection Committee is a matter of great pride and honour for Manipur Cricket Association, and also wished North-East Zone team great success in the upcoming Duleep Trophy. And now the weather report. According to ICR Regional Centre, Imphal State's maximum temperature was recorded at 29.6 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 23 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 92% in the morning and 69% in evening today. As per report, Manipur received a maximum rainfall of 6.4 millimeters in the last 24 hours. And before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Imphal East DC assures resettlement of internally displaced persons from Imphal East district to their original homes by December this year. Meitei government staff officially resumed duties at Machi sub-division headquarters after outbreak of Manipur conflict. DC Pujai Langwam forms Digital Island Development Committee to spearhead transformation of Karang Island into model digital and eco-tourism hub. Kuki-Zo Council denounces arrest of Thanglinlal Mar in Jiribam killings, calls him innocent boatman. Both houses of parliament adjourned till August 4th amid disruptions and protests, leaving resolution to extend president's rule in Manipur pending in Rajya Sabha. And Election Commission of India announces a schedule for Vice President's election on September 9. Results to be declared on same day. Well, that's all we have for today. Thank you for watching SKTV News and keep watching for more news updates. Till then, good night.